So Luke, what I want to see you do now, maybe take my McNeese State Cowboys and see how far you can take them.
Here's the thing. I was gonna do the whole one-star route, and I wanted to find some
Derogatory, right?
a smaller school.
Right.
So
McNeese State Cowboys, Lake Charles, Louisiana.
all right. I'll see if we can.
They used to call us Blitz headquarters. They used to blitz every down. It was almost, man. They used to bring it. Years ago, they actually, it was back before they switched the name to FBS and FCS and all that, and they were Division I AA. And there were several years they were in the national conversation. I mean, they were, because that was back, they had a playoff every year. And they went to it like a few times. I don't think they ever won it though. Maybe once. No, I don't even think it was once.
Well, I can guarantee you.
But with Luke Whitney,
I'll put something in the Raptors for you. The first one.
with Luke Whitney under center, I'm really hopeful.
Hey, that's my only goal in my career. Bring McNeese State Cowboys a national championship.
Say less. Am I using that right?
You know what? Say more.
I want to say it. I was going to say it again, but how do you use say less? Honestly.
Say.
Like if you're describing something delicious from.
You don't even need to say that. You don't need to say that. It's already good.
Okay. Like when you're describing the lasagna, the Michelin star lasagna at.
Yeah. And then you say, oh, it's the best lasagna I've ever
Right.
had. Say less. I'm going to try it right now.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what I figured. Trying to get with the vernacular,
Yeah.
Right. Like LOL, laugh out loud. Because I heard today that emoji, have you heard that story today?
Oh, yeah.
Is played. And they're like, if you see people using it, that's apparently like my generation. Like really old people use that emoji now. Are you? Yeah, I use the laughing one, but the tilted.
Yeah, same.
It's not the flat.
Yeah,
Mine's the tilted.
It makes it like a little bit more funny.
A little more edgy and like I'm really laughing.
Like a cackle.
A cackle. A jortle.
Stunning.
Right. Doing great, Gene. How are you? Good evening. It is Wednesday night. Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center with my, just realized too, I forgot I had this on, the Chicken on a Stick shirt. This was the t-shirt I won at the Ken's 5 Fiesta Luncheon. And you know how I won it? We were doing trivia, and the question was, who knows what El Rey Feo means? Boom. The Ugly King, and I won this t-shirt. Oh yeah. 92 feels like 97 on a warm Wednesday night. We're going to talk about some rain chances. In fact, could have an impact on your Thursday commute. Looks like the rain moves in overnight tonight. Might even see a few showers in the area. I don't think we'll see much as far as a widespread rain until tomorrow morning. Ready for a massive rainstorm. Gene is ready. And that's what's also in the forecast, Gene. We get into this wet weather pattern. We'll get a little bit of a break. If you've got Saturday plans, keep them. I think Saturday's dry. But it looks like Thursday, decent tomorrow morning. Friday, decent chance again. And then by Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, we get another good rainmaker that could last through Tuesday, even Wednesday of next week. So I'm telling you, July could go down as a pretty wet finish. Dawn Lucero, how's the knee? Hope you're recovering well. God bless you. With the lower temps this summer, does that mean we'll have a cold winter? No cause and effect there. I wish I could say it, but not really. We're expecting an active hurricane season. We've had a lot of good damp weather. That's what's been keeping the temperatures down. But they weren't down today. Yesterday we hit 99. Today we hit 97. So just a little above average. 8 shy of a 1932 record of 105. No rainfall today, and you can see the monthly total for July is right now just under 1 inch, and we're just over 16 for 2024. So let me catch you up on where we are in our annual rainfall. 2 months out of the last 7 have seen above average precipitation. That being April and January. January, look at that, a blockbuster start to the year, right? And we were pacing way above average. So far this month, we're still well behind. We're supposed to get about 2.5 inches in the gauge in July, and we're coming up on an inch soon. So for the year, 16-13 deficit, a little more than 1.5 inches. Not bad, not that bad. But we're gonna start adding to that. What does July 27th look like? I'll show you, Devon. I'll show you. Any rain Saturday? No, Frank. I do think Saturday's dry. You're good shape for Bernie and the area. Tatiana's ready for some rain, recovering good, but I'm getting better. Want to be back? I know. Can't wait to see you back. You will be back, and I look forward to seeing you, Dawn. And I look forward to seeing any of you at Gateway Fellowship Church. Come on, Sundays, 9, 10:45, and 12:30. All right, so here's our radar. A few downpours. In fact, if I back this up, we had some pretty good rain today across the state. Right along the frontal boundary, especially near San Angelo, some thunderstorms got a little severe there. Nothing extraordinary, nothing tornadic, but some hail and some damaging winds. And you can see the Dallas area had a couple of good boundaries, produced some good lines of thunderstorms, the last of which raced out towards Louisiana and Arkansas. But now that little outflow has died down, it's going to regenerate overnight and be heading in our direction. Okay, so that by morning, we expect this front to sag a little farther south and that outflow boundary to start up again by tomorrow morning. So let's take a look at what we've got on the hour by hour. This will be the brand new data just in. We'll take a look at both models. So this is going to be the HRRR. And so taking out, you can see a couple of sprinkles out there overnight. Earlier had a couple of downpours to our west, but took those out. By 7 a.m., a lot less now than what we saw earlier. And not until 10 a.m. Okay, so much later now than earlier. See, earlier, this is why these hour-by-hour forecasts can change a lot. The earlier computer model run had 8:39 a.m. rain moving into San Antonio. Now at 10 a.m., and it's just starting at Fredericksburg, San Marcos, LaGrange, and East. So now we're looking at more or less a noon hour, so it won't be as much as tomorrow morning. It looks like early afternoon at the latest, and then south into the evening hours, and then even us again, this time tomorrow night. Interesting change, see? Interesting change. I want to see if the IBM, or what's called the graph model, agrees with that change from this afternoon, because that's a pretty significant change. And let's go to this model and see what we've got. Hey, Lupe, hope it won't be too bad. Daughter on Monday. Remember, she's going to Dallas on Monday. So it looks like that's, the heaviest rain here. It does look like a pretty wet day Monday, across the state even. Friday's about 30%, Randall, 30 to 40%. But it's definitely under 50-50, so there's a better chance we stay dry on Friday. But 30 to 40 means that, have an umbrella. All right, so also saying 10 a.m. into the 11 o'clock hour and going and pushing through. So I'll tell you, between the two models, the IBM has outperformed. And it's closer to what we were looking at this afternoon, that's for sure. McQueenie, what's up, Daniel? Good to see you. Hey, Dustin. Yeah, decent chance tomorrow morning of getting some rain up until about noonish to 2 p.m. So I might, considering what we were looking at a weather impact alert for the morning hours tomorrow, mainly off of what the early indications were giving us, that we would have an impact tomorrow morning as early as 6 to 7 a.m. in the hill country, 10 to noon here in the city. So I'm not going to change this too much. It does appear that we, again, have a dry afternoon with any kind of the best rain chance is going to be tomorrow morning. So here's another weather impact alert tool, I'll call it, where we give you the time frame, 6 to noon. It's another way of looking at that last graphic. A few storms, nothing severe. That's the good news. These will just be storms that, again, will slow you down on driving. So just drive safely. Watch out for some area ponding. And with, decent rains last week and this week, it won't take much to start ponding up some water on the roadways. Homemade catfish, shrimp cocktail, mac and cheese, cornbread. Boy, you're eating good again, Jacob. Good stuff. Okay, so moving forward, I mentioned the weather pattern being a little bit on the wet side. Here's what's happening. We're going to have this frontal boundary lingering, and that's going to be also combined with an upper level shortwave, an upper level trough that's going to be developing one after the other. So 2 upper level mechanisms, I'll call them, are going to be what lead to more widespread rain Sunday and in Monday and in even Tuesday's forecast as of now, and even Wednesdays. We've got a decent chance of rain continuing, okay? Nothing severe right now, Gene. Even on the Monday, Tuesday, Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday event, which is what we're looking at now, we're not expecting severe. So you can see just pockets of heavy rain. This is 4 p.m., so it looks like most of Sunday's dry. It'll be afternoon, evening hours when the chances get best. Take a little break overnight, and then Monday, and you can see just how widespread, and sometimes these these downpours will get pretty heavy. Look at that, pockets of very heavy rain. That's Tuesday morning. So through Monday, Tuesday, let's see what even, here's Wednesday morning. Look at that. Through Wednesday evening. I mean, that's incredible coverage. So you consider the fact that we've got at least 4 days there of decent rainfall. It's not going to surprise you to look at the 7-day rain forecast and see how much this has changed since yesterday. If you were with me yesterday, we had 1 to 2 inches from San Antonio into the hill country. Now they've blasted this up to 3 to 4, maybe even closer to 5-inch pockets. That orange pocket, you can see it, that's going to be western Bandera County, just a smidge of Uvalde and Medina counties. That's a 5-inch pocket right there. I would say, I'd call it Medina, Texas, is going to be on the eastern side of that little 5-inch pocket. But that's impressive. I mean, this is, 7 days of rain right here between today and next Wednesday, okay? Harlandale bus ladies, Terry, bus 74 and bus 60. You got it. All right. Way to go, Terry. Thank you for serving our community so well. Look at that. I've got a school bus colored mug for tonight. Coincidence? I don't think so. Shout out to Terry. That's so awesome. Hey, Hanak, I think we will. I think we're going to all get some rain when this is said and done, brother. This is going to be a pretty good rainmaker. Because, again, we got that front, and then we've got 2 upper-level mechanisms heading in for next week. So it spells out a pretty wet weather pattern for us. And temperatures will be, rain-cooled. I won't call them, cool. I mean, it'll be below average. It won't be as hot, okay? But it's still going to be upper 80s, probably low 90s, which we will take compared to this time last year, 104, 105. Remember, last year we had 75 100-degree days. We've had a dozen this year, a dozen. Last year, 75. So, yeah, we're still, it's too soon. You're still not over it. Anytime 75. See, he gets a reaction from the digital center. All right, 14-day forecast time. Again, tomorrow's rain chance, 40%, and right now, Friday, 30%, okay? Might bump that tomorrow when we get a look at tomorrow's data for Friday. But Saturday, I can't, with this pattern in place and the humidity staying high, can't rule out a shower. But it's a very, very low probability on Saturday. Only 10% chance, 96. But here comes Sunday, and that's going to be mainly Sunday afternoon, evening, 40%, and then almost doubling that for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 50 to 60% chances those 3 days. Heavy at times, could lead to some localized flooding. as we work our way through July 24th. Now, we're still going to continue rain chances through Saturday the 27th. Although they're dropping to 30%, which is kind of on the fringe of 20 and maybe even out of the forecast in the next couple of days. Remember, that second 7 is going to be adjustable. We're giving you an idea. We've got a much higher confidence in that first 7, of course, but in that second 7, a good idea as to what the data is showing us, which is a drying trend as we get into these last days. Can you believe it? Of our 7th month of the year. Here we go. We're wrapping up July next Wednesday. So I think, again, we're going to be looking at what looks to be a pretty dry final weekend of July, but Saturday, it's kind of split. Saturday will be dry in this second to last weekend, and then Sunday will be dry in the final weekend. Next week's band camp for Rachel. Yeah, maybe we get to play in the rain a little bit. Oh, man. In San Antonio, is that going to be the camp? Roberto and Maria, what's going on, guys? Whatever the weather, you and your staff always manage to keep us safe. Blessings. Oh, thank you, Deacon Roberto. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much for saying that. I know, right? Your shirt is making me hungry. I love chicken on a stick. It's so good, right? You bite the jalapeno, bite that chicken. It's so good. All right, so yeah. Could see, like I say, 4 to 5 inches of rain off of what you're looking at right now, which would be just such a nice blessing in July, because we averaged 2.4. We haven't even gotten an inch yet, so I think we're going to wrap up above average, which is something we could really use. And I'll tell you, right where the rain is falling, the highest amounts is where the drought is at its worst. The extreme drought pocket is just to the northwest of San Antonio. We're only in moderate drought in San Antonio. West of us is who needs the rain the most in this whole area, especially Medina Lake. So this could be a real blessing as we wrap up July. Hola from Uvalde. What's up, Marcos? Good to see you, man. All right, guys, that'll wrap things up from the KENS 5 Digital Center this Wednesday night. Keep the umbrella handy. I wouldn't wash the car just yet. I'd wait on that if you haven't already. Don't do it tomorrow. Because again, I think most people will stay dry Thursday, but there'll be some pretty good downpours in the area tomorrow and again on Friday. All right, God bless you all. Have a great Wednesday night. We'll see you on KENS 5 after the convention. I don't know if it'll be at 10. We'll see. No, we're going to go late tonight?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it looks like they're running a little late in Milwaukee, so. Right? Milwaukee or Minneapolis? I know Milwaukee. All right. Good night, everybody. See you.